All right, everybody, welcome back. You plugged in your mic?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure because you got up to go do something.
I had to double check myself because I had
Well,
thought about that too.
I didn't see your thing move when you were talking. I wasn't really looking, so I had to ask.
Well, I hadn't been talking yet.
Well, I mean,
Off screen.
In that whole conversation we were having before this.
Oh, got you.
We are going to do some stat building and friendship things.
Oh, we're making friends.
We're going to be besties with Stroll.
He's cool.
Wait. The idea of pompous noblemen eat something that's actually spicy.
Yeah.
From another tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my god, this is what spices are? I love this.
Yeah. I love spices.
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Let me close this out. Phew, staying put like this puts the day of calamity in mind, so I'm in a bit of a bind. This regards Lord Hydron, that landowner in Grand Trad my family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumors say he's clever and not in the good way. I'm lost about how to approach him. I'll go with you.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you. Just having you by my side will be reassuring. He's a devout sanctus, so we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral. I was told Lord Hydron comes here often. Right on cue. How do you know this is the guy? Just big t-shirt. Hi, I'm Lord Hydron.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron, but how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Halia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray. I have come to see you, actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but...
Truth is,
I've come to beg the use of some vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping on the streets. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by. And so I implore you, please consider offering your support of these fine people.
no.
Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, poverty is an individual's onus to bear. Is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
Yes.
So fate was cruel to them, and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. You're right about one thing. I was a fool to ask for your aid.
What?
What about everyone from back home?
Obviously.
Don't worry, I won't abandon my people. Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You needn't worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. But before I go, I would have you know those refugees are my people. No matter your stance on it, I'll do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to harsh truths of the royal capital too young. It's a pity.
I did the top one,
You
yeah.
have terrible phrasing. You should choose your words more carefully.
Stop.
Let's not let our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rangif. I wasn't able to persuade Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility, and that I couldn't abide. Please don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we could ask. Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
House Haliatus must rise again from the ruin that human wrought. Restore it to its former glory, or I should hope, it to greater heights still. I'd heard you've been living off the generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parents. To be brought so low can't have been easy for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should.
Wait.
About my what now?
Excuse my interruption. Did you say inheritance? When the village was destroyed, I don't recall any mention of one. So you're unaware of it. I suspected as much, given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate of his... Of this, I have no doubt. Though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia. Let's go investigate.
Yeah.
Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so
Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own, alright? I'll not burden you with a wild goose chase. We'll do it together. We're besties. I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in that rubble.
thank you.
But listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been there to keep me calm. When I'm the one who was provoking the fight.
Right.
When he looks over and sees me pissed, he's like, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. He handled it very well.
I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust. The proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. I think he's the only one who can equip it right now, because he's the only one who's mastered warrior.
Mm-hmm.
So, real talk, the more I see Stroll's classes, it looks more and more samurai
Yeah.
when I do not equate him to samurai. I do hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for you was to come into your own with a worthy house. They would be so proud of how wise beyond your years you've become. Your father especially. You're just like him in that aspect. I'm not worthy to share a mention of my father. But whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. Stroll and I return to the others. Got me some mag.
I do like there's no pressure when you have to do these talks with your friends. You don't have to make the exact right answer to make them level up.
What now?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, you need to be warrior level 20 to open this.
This right here, all right?
This right here,
7,200 mag.
that's ridiculous. But
Counting on you.
it's also double strong, so
That ability that I was abusing is
Yeah.
just a thing he has now.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Love how he's like, I'll show you swordplay like you've never seen. Swings downwards.
With an axe.
No, the axe is Berserker, which is somewhere over here. But they both boost attack, so I train him in both of them. Yeah, I need to get warrior to level 20 for him and for her.
Good. I'm still getting stronger. New skills, new possibilities.
What are these?
These are key items.
I don't remember these. Oh, it might be their like regular outfits.
Yeah.
blossom garment. Gallica's outfit has flowers on it.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Who said you could sit on my shoulder?
It's funny because if you do that and then jump on the sword, she freaks out and jumps off.
What should we do?
We're gonna go talk to a friend.
Stay there.
It's been a minute since I've saved.
We had whole ass dinner.
Yeah. It's also been like 3-4 days. Yeah. Actually, I can just go to her.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go to her.
Gotta go fast.
Do I have something that needs to be appraised?
I think you did that already. Oh, maybe an igniter.
Welcome.
You have my thanks.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put that on,
What now?
fuck, Hulkenberg.
Leave it to me.
Now she's got more defense.
For all the hits she's taken.
Yeah.
Well,
Hi, new friend.
Just you.
You seem unscathed.
Yep.
You haven't told anyone about it. So be it. You and I are collaborators now. Shall we discuss your assignment?
Sure.
Now then.
Alright, come on in.
Now then.
Dog. This is what I want you to handle. I want you to feed it, play with it, and generally take care of it till I return.
Listen.
There's one rule, however. You cannot let anyone else find out about the dog.
What?
Sounds
Yes.
simple. It is, but you can't let your guard down. I mean it when I say I want no mistakes. Sure, you're aware of the anti-igniter crowd around here. The fools who believe igniters will destroy the world. Even beyond them, there are plenty of people in this world who would jump at the chance to do something crueler than kill me.
They'd kill
That's
this
why.
dog.
This thing is a weakness waiting to be exploited, so I have to hide it. I'm entrusting this matter to you. Why me, though?
You.
Because you're as far removed from my business as anyone could be. In case it bears saying, don't even think of crossing me. Being associates has worked with us so far. You don't want us to be enemies. Okay,
That's
damn.
right.
Her name is... Never mind. Call it what you want.
Okay.
Not sure why, but I've been entrusted with taking care of Brigida's dog.
Hmm.
Seems strangely attached to you already.
I see.
I guess
now.
it's coming home with me.
Suppose you have some surprising... Suppose you have some surprising skills, such as using magic without an igniter. Did you look into me?
Utterly naive.
If it could impact my igniter business, it's my job to know about it. That's not all. Word has it you and your entourage can transform your bodies for combat somehow.
Speaking of,
Long ago, there once existed an ultimate magic. They say the hero king of legend wielded a power very much like yours. Though I sincerely doubt you'll be following in his footsteps.
You don't know.
you.
I'll be frank, Will. You're bad for business, but that's precisely why I'm going to lend you my power. I'm selling igniters because they turn a profit, but I hate the damn things from the bottom of my heart. This is a world dominated by igniters. Long as you've got the money, you've got almost all the power you could want. Quite a pitch, isn't it? Those on top make a profit off of the bleeding, the downtrodden dry. The strong get ever stronger, the weaker only cast even further down.
As it is.
My own hands are not bloodless in that, so I will endeavor to help you break this wretched wheel. If nothing else, it'll be amusing, no?
Sure. Yeah.
Please stop my business. I don't want it to keep going.
Yet still they
Reduces the mag of studying merchant lineage.
Farewell.
You should go home for the day. I'll give you your pay. Done already? You've exceeded expectations already. You've made the dog like you. That's something impossible for me.
Why?
See you.
Till next time, we'll be waiting, or at least the dog will.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Zoom.
Oh,
Oh, it's sell day.
yeah. Let's go see what's on sale. Well, everything's on sale, but let's go see if anything's worth getting. Hello there.
Hey, listen.
That's not it. That's it.
Yeah.
This is on sale right now.
Oh yeah, what is it? It's a noble tuxedo.
40,000 still.
It's not on sale. The fuck's on sale?
All right then. Let's go.
Teleport across the street. Hello.
Hello there.
Doesn't look like anything here's on sale either.
No, they are. It's 20%. It's not crazy different. Just the expensive ones don't usually go on sale like that.
Gotcha. Or is it only after you buy it that you get the 20% back?
No. I would like to get that, but I can't justify it.
Hey, listen.
What up? What do
I
you
also
need?
need the money for this.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Many people in this town use tribal differences as an excuse to do the most outrageous things. I'm part of a group working to help people against with those tribal origins. Oh fuck. I'm part of a group working to help people whose tribal origins make them the target for harassment. We exist in cities other than Grand Trad as well. Right now we're collecting funds for our cause. This cause doesn't seem to interest most people, so we haven't been able to raise much money. It truly pains me to ask this of an elder like yourself, but if you could find it in your heart to support our cause, just 200 reeve or so. That alone could save one person from dire circumstances. Yeah.
In the arms of...
Thank you. I swear I'll use your donation best I can. I don't believe it. You really donated. Are you interested in our activities? If you don't mind, I could discuss this more with you. There aren't many who support this cause. I know I'm doing the right thing, but the reality is so discouraging. Looks like she's serious about helping out where she can, but she seems kind of down. Maybe we could cheer her up.
Give her more money.
We should try and encourage her.
Happy to hear that.
Wonderful. Please come this way. The Parapus, Ujifa, Mastari, and of course the Elda too. These tribes are abhorred by the other tribes. Without a great deal of wisdom or skills, it's impossible for them to get a normal job. Work is especially limited for them here in the royal capital. You've seen the executioner in the back alley, right? The dirty work like that is all that's available to these tribes. Having a job is better than nothing, though. Those less fortunate must choose between starvation and banditry. Actually, no, there is one other option. Become an igniter experimentation subjects. But there's no guarantee they'll survive those. That's terrible.
I don't know about that.
And be careful too, please. I don't know much about the experiments myself, but I do know even though they're all over and are considered useful tools, blood is being spilled for their development. I don't have many people on my side and I haven't been able to help many people yet, but knowing there are people like you out there gives me more confidence to go on.
Take care.
People like you who see injustice and actually try to do something about it. This world is a better place with people like that.
All right.
It's not much, but here, thank you for the support. I really appreciate you hearing me out. I wonder if I should have said the other thing. Reload.
What now?
Just to see.
Yeah, I'm curious. I gotta skip through Brigida again.
Say there. Okay?
Well,
just-
I'll not loiter in a storm.
Now then. Now then, listen. That's why.
What?
I see now. Yes. Farewell.
Huh?
See you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
All right, take two.
All right then.
Let's go.
Hey! And what is it you want?
Doesn't look random to me. Those are the exact same things I got.
Yeah.
That will be quite enough. Excuse me.
And they are. So
Happy to hear that.
So let's ask what kind of experiments.
What's happening?
What does that entail? I don't know the specifics. Not many do, but you should be careful all the same. I mean, there's blah, 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 blah. Same thing, basically.
Take care.
Just want to see if it goes up by 3 or not.
All right.
Nope, just 2.
okay, so no matter what, that one.
That's fine. So long as I know.
Yeah.
Well then.
Oh, it's raining. It's exchange day.
Oh, you're right.
All right then. Go.
Hey, man.
You've come at a good time.
Oh.
1 to 6. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I've seen it upwards of 12.
Yeah, but this is still early in the game.
That's true. Well, and it is just raining. It's not like it's storming.
That's almost doubles my money.
Yeah, that's wild.
I could buy the golden EP.
If you want to.
I could. What do I need? What do I have?
What now?
That gives +3 strength and magic.
Oh, then that one's probably better.
No, the golden EP does.
Oh,
Hello there.
I know it's probably epi, but I like AP. Fuck it. Money is useless in this game if I don't use it.
what about the tuxedo?
Fuck the tuxedo. I'm not taking damage. Skates away.
It was more to bring up all your stats.
Yeah, I know. But that's also 40 grand.
40 grand to up all of your stats?
But I'm gonna change out of it soon.
Probably.
I don't imagine this will be good for long. Let's see, what was the other thing we did? Oh, Chatty Elder.
All right then. Let's go.
The one about the fairy story?
Uh-huh.
Is there any shelter around here?
Closure A.
Now, how did I wind up here?
I don't know, man.
I ask myself the same question every day.
One of life's greatest mysteries.
How
isn't
the
it?
hell did you end up here? The Fairy and the Elda. I'm glad we meet again. Believe we're in the middle of a story. Would you care to hear the next part?
My thanks.
Head to the tavern and pick up the table.
You go into the tavern, literally pick up a table.
Believe we left off my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy and thank her. We've hit a bit of a time skip here, as the next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day he ventured too far into the forbidden cave. He became hopelessly lost.
Awful.
Mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, in the Lost in the Dark, what should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather could only blurt out a confused, what? It was the first time he'd even been to the cave, after all. Then the fairy said, don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast. And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. The boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson, he said. The fairy considered this for a moment, then said, you people die so young. Fairy led my grandfather out of the cave like she did his grandfather before. The whole time, he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. Before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if history will repeat, I doubt it. My family had to leave the village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you can appreciate how amusing I found it to find a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate seems tied to the fairies. Well, I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy, but and meeting you like this, who knows? Maybe it really is fate. Thought about it, curious, and imagination improved. Okay, so I didn't even have a question there.
Just hanging out, learning about fairies.
It's time I got back to the others.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The announcement is soon.
The announcements tomorrow. State Army is getting all the credit for taking down that human after all. We shall know soon enough. A little point in contemplating. Until then, let's hold out and do what we can. Sanctus' grand announcement is happening tomorrow.
Good.
I wonder if you if you waited till the last day to do what was
The
his name?
cathedral?
What was his name? The necromancer guy.
Yeah. I already forgot his name. He's not important.
Forbus? No.
Zorban.
Zorban. Would he still be Zorban?
All right then.
Maybe.
I'm gonna Zorb.
I'm about to Zorb.
Crash upstairs.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hey, listen. Stinking quite enough.
That was sick.
Hell yeah, it was, brother. Sneeze.
Excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Elder Gentleman, we meet again. I still haven't managed to collect many donations for the cause. Hey man, could you
Yeah, what's 250?
Thank you. I swear I'll use your donation as best I can. If you can sometime, could we chat again? Sorry, I've just started losing my confidence about this again.
Be tough.
She's serious about helping out where she can, but she seems kind of down. Maybe we could cheer her up.
You're doing fine, honey. Here's another 1,000.
They've mentioned it before, but there are others outside of Uchronia fundraising like this.
Take care.
I'm not sure if you would have the opportunity to meet them, but if fate would have it, could you hear them out?
All right.
Okay, that one was simple. Not much, but here, thank you for your support. I really appreciate you hearing me
Well
out.
then.
We had a hearty exchange of opinions. And then I was blocked on Twitter.
Oh.
Forgot I can do that.
Oh yeah, just go to the thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing that I hope they keep in all their games from here on.
Now then.
Here's the leash. Today's job is to walk it. It's been itching to go out lately. Keeps making a fuss. Walk it around the capital so it quiets down and gets the energy out of its system. You can't be seen coming in and out of here. If you've no questions, get to it.
Then why can't we just take it to the end?
Took the dog out without anyone seeing. Walked around the Capitol.
And now she big snoozing.
Grrr. Seems to have taken a liking to you.
But
Could hear it from downstairs. Don't get it too excited. This is on you too, dog. A simple walk shouldn't be enough for you to let your guard down.
That's what's cute about her.
What?
But that's what's cute about her. Cuteness isn't enough to stay alive in this world.
hopeless.
Never liked this thing. Ever since the first time I laid eyes on it. It was on the side of the road, buried from its neck down, head bleeding too. Probably hit by a rock at some point. It could have just given up and died, but it looked into my eyes and whimpered. I hated the sight of it. This poor little dog. You didn't feel drawn to it at all?
In those days.
I was once a stray myself. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Trauma dump time. My earliest memory is of fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and getting bitten for my trouble. Wherever I went, I found only hunger and violence, so I robbed and stole everything and anything and everything. I fought and I survived.
It's a living hell.
It was hell.
I see.
Really?
That's beyond words.
Uh,
What am I doing? Talking to a child about
It's a
this?
fantasy.
Just like that dog. I let my guard down like a fool. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Understood.
Sure.
Yes.
Good. And while we're on the subject, a word of advice.
Listen.
This world is bottomless hell, a bog of endless muck, and if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the sludge close over your head soon
Don't
enough.
ever forget that.
To survive, you need strength to make your way through that muck. Nobody can do it for you, and indeed, nobody else should. You need your own strength. And I'd say that's well within your powers.
Therefore,
In addition, I'd like to provide one other reward. I'm sure you're aware there's a man in town exchanging mag from hunting monsters and the like. I'll put in a word so they're more flexible with you. Oh, I should have waited.
Oh, shit.
But it's fine. It was during the rain. I got an EP. That's all I needed.
That's probably what gives you access to the 12.
Mm-hmm, probably.
no pain can
Oh, I can do 2 on the merchant.
Sweet.
Even then.
Shouldn't be the only one talking. You owe me some secrets of yours after all that. Grias tried to kill Luis, did he not? Then I imagine you're aiming to do the same
Yeah.
thing. What are your true motives? What are you really aiming to?
To make my mark.
That's...
I want to better this country. Your true motives, I said. Though, well, I suppose it's not impossible for you to really mean that. I can't tell what you're thinking at all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually.
I'm off.
That's all for today. Come by again when you can. I'm sure the dog will be delighted to see you.
Yeah, the dog.
Bitches love me.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Oh, good. Because I wasn't sure it was.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Wonder
triangle.
what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
That's a lot of faith you're taking.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment,
I like
good
Batman.
citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me? If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose
Who is
that
the
way
third
you can
guy?
see
Did
their
they ever say?
inspiring
No.
faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
I mean,
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table.
at least
Magic
physical
chains will
assassination.
spring
What
to
about
life
poison?
and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know
I don't fucking
I
know. Later.
Now go forth, ladies and
Them's the
gents,
rules.
and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of
Some sort of
nowhere,
monk.
the crown's within
Oh,
your
I know who it
grasp.
is, but he hasn't been
Anyone in the
introduced
land
yet.
could be
I didn't realize he
our
was number
next
3
king.
before the fucking running even started. His name's Godot, I think.
Okay.
Warrior Monk Godot.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Real religion would be like, that shit's not real.
Yeah.
Don't look up.
Any hope of reinstating his highness?
America would be sending a nuke to that thing so
I
fast.
can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
So we drag his name in the mud until he's no longer up there, then we can kill him.
The curse.
What the hell was
Basically.
the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without
Find the
telling
child
anyone.
quickly.
I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you.
Don't worry.
Think of what might happen to
We're
her.
on the job.
If she left her room on her
I
own,
think
she must have
I
done
really
something.
like that this game
go
did a
search for
good
her.
job with making me
we head
care
to
about
town?
Maria.
Yeah.
I hate children. Like I would throw a child into the river before I'd save them.
Yeah.
But this kid, I want to protect her. I make sure she's okay, kind of thing. And I can just feel for Fabienne, who's like,
Just doing the best she can.
she's doing the best she can. It's not her kid, but she loves her. Like, even if she were, like, that's the good shit. Found family's my shit, man.
All right then.
Let's go.
Starry, man, you got anything good?
Arouses great pity.
What does this
Same
do?
stuff, I think.
Ease your anxiety. No, I'm alright.
I know.
I like how he's not, like, pissy that you didn't buy it. He's like, oh, you don't want it? Alright.
Yeah.
Later.
How did I wind up here?
Hello there.
You know a little half-blood girl? Can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. You let her pass. Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She'd been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. I mean, even then, the guard's like, I couldn't stop her.
She's going to find a way in if she really wants to.
Huh? Why?
What are you doing here? This is dangerous.
Everyone's worried about you.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral is broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once. Well, guys, I'm joining the running.
I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
Sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
What we eating?
Work things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
We're done here. We decided to do plot today.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince.
Snores.
Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
I mean, you're gonna keep me up anyway.
You really
The
are a
candle's
strange
still
one.
lit.
My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Feels like months ago. It was like 2 weeks.
Can you read?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe.
Alika, we're continuing the story.
Quietly snoring.
Tries to get into the room but can't because it's locked.
Damn it.
This bit's about the utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? With a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. Think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne.
The Tot.
Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour
With 2 T's at the end.
Yeah.
Taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents?
This is
Are you
just
in it
Rat
to win,
Race.
or in it to win?
I'll take your word for it.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius's personal effects.
Hey,
It was like
looks
a
he was investigating the curse too.
late
There's a note here.
90s, early
Given the spell's
2000s
complexity, it must have
comedy
required a
movie.
scribed formula.
Basically wacky racers in real life.
Oh, yeah. Wish that were real.
Yeah.
Let's just do a wacky racers for the presidency.
Yeah.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes. I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
That attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. You wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
Wait, why are you talking about us getting called so early, but you were awake enough to go and check this out?
Yeah. Is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an Eld, I'm an outcast in the city. I think that gives us an advantage. We'll enter the tournament.
This tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit, but it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Well, someone has to.
If it's for Maria.
If it's for Maria's sake.
I see.
Right.
I remind of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grius's journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
Hell yeah.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Okay, Maria, this is how we win this thing. I'm gonna go up on that pedestal, and you're gonna shout to everyone, "He's the king now!" And then anyone who disagrees with you is a piece of shit.
And will be killed immediately.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Carrot Top.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I'm
Hell
not
yeah.
heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Oh, with that attitude, no.
An elder? Now that
God
I think
damn
of
that
it,
nose.
Yeah,
weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the north?
it's about as long as Usopp's.
Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
How about this fuckwit?
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on. There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You not here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin, and you can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal?
Technically, he's a monster.
Any idea what he's up to?
We don't need to win.
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Hello there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme?
All we have to do is be top 3 and knock him out of it.
Please, would you listen to our plight?
We knew we'd be kidnapped.
Yeah.
Your pardon, gentlemen.
A guard captain from Atira.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear him talking for a while.
The bounty on Highsmere is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Highsmere has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you
Well,
must.
guess I'm chugging this bottle. Drop the cap.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old Castletide. Please, make haste.
Will do, buddy.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
All right.
Oh my god.
Good.
We'll see you guys in the next episode for the rest of this cutscene bomb.